Get angry.
Permission to break.
Do it.
Wish I become better. Yeah, I don't want it to let anybody down. Cause if I do, Alright, so I think you know what? This is probably gonna be my last one, of course. I think maybe yeah, I'll probably do the last Red Flip of the day and damn also. Right now, we're actually gonna be reacting to I Trained Like a Black Belt for 90 Days by Michelle Kaur. My bad if I say the last name wrong, I apologize. So, in case you ever know that I'm talking about, I was thinking about planning on doing, martial arts journey for like I don't know how I'm going to start, but the only thing my goal is like what I want to be martial art. Well, yeah, professional martial artist. The only thing is that I want to be like the next of the action actor and all the other stuff because of it, and along with me being a stuntman as well. And also oh yeah, I want to defend myself against one of the bullies and trolls and a lot of things that is like happening throughout, and it just worries me because it's too much going on around this world that I wanted to focus on, of course. So yeah, and it's how it is because of it, and I have every right to like make sure I defend myself, myself, my family, my friends, my loved ones, my loved ones, far from that New York, of course, and it's a lot of reasons, so yeah. But the only thing is, I know I'm gonna be weak because maybe I don't have enough strength or speed or skill for me to like surpass this, because it's gonna take a lot of days to like learn from it, and it takes like a progress to do so, and yeah, and it's a lot of reason that has happened, so yeah, but let's check it out in 5, 4, 3, 2.
This video is sponsored by Dove. Taekwondo, the way of foot and fist. The Korean martial art of unarmed self-defense. I have always seen Taekwondo as a superpower, wielded by only those who are willing to do what it takes. The average student's journey to achieving a black belt takes 3 to 5 years. But could the right student with the right master earn it in only 90 days?
no one has ever gotten a black belt in such a short amount of time.
For the next 90 days, under the guidance of legendary Taekwondo masters, I'm going to see how far I can progress from white belt to red belt, all the way to black belt.
I took this as a challenge for myself. I don't know if this could be done. I don't know if it should be done.
Michelle, you already failed this test.
God, I feel like I've let you down, Mastery.
I want to know what's inside your heart. After all this training, what have you learned inside, not outside? That's what I want.
Thank you, sir.
How bad do you want it? What are you willing to do? It's not a given right, it's an earned right.
Michelle, your black belt testing begins now.
Sir!
Check her like state.
I knew if I wanted any chance at earning a black belt in Taekwondo in 90 days, I would need to be coached by the best of the best. And the best of the best is Master Simon Reed. He is a literal 80s action hero who stars alongside his brother in the 1980s classic martial arts franchise, Best of the Best. He also is on the cover of Black Belt magazine, looking totally badass. This man is a legend, and I am so lucky that he said yes to working with me.
I wanted to see whether it's possible for Michelle to be able to test for black belt in such a short amount of time. I have flunked my sons. I have flunked my assistant instructors. I do not give out my belts. So, Michelle, I want to show you what you need to know to become a black belt. Koryo, begin when you're ready.
Sir,
Our human body has lines. When the punch is done correctly and the line is straight, it's pretty. But as soon as the wrist is either like that or like that, it breaks that beauty line, so it becomes ugly. What I'm gonna be teaching you is an art form of self-defense. I wanna know what's inside your heart. After all this training, what have you learned inside, not outside? Hold on. What'd you think?
That was amazing. That was incredible. Wow, I felt it in my whole body.
You just felt martial arts. You're next. Okay. To become a good student, first thing you have to do is you have to listen well. Bring your both hands up like this. When I say one, just punch with the left hand, one. When I say two, punch with the right hand. Simple, right?
Yes, sir.
First thing I wanted to see is how well she listens. High block. Inside. Outside. Knife. Outside. In. That's out. Give me inside. Second thing is I wanted to see how strong she is by doing push-ups and sit-ups and things like that. And third thing is I wanted to see her coordination. You're cut. Cut. Your toes are cut off. Come on, Michelle. You gotta have a better reflex. When your boxing coach sees this, he's gonna be so disappointed. When Michelle first called me, I laughed because no one has ever gotten a black belt in such a short amount of time. It was her boxing video. When she broke her nose, she still won the fight. I was like, okay. There's a difference between martial art punches and boxing punches, and I want you to know how to do both. When you punch, you don't want to hit me here. You want to hit me in the center of my body. That's the solar plex. If you hit somebody in the solar plex really fast, you knock the wind out of them.
When I studied boxing, there was a lot of emphasis on effectiveness and power. In Taekwondo, not only do I have to throw a good punch, I have to throw a good looking punch.
It was already a little bit crooked. Make this straight. Martial art means military art. Just like yin and yang, Michelle has to look strong, but she also has to look effortless.
Yeah!
Michelle,
Yes, sir.
your key up is cute. I don't want it cute.
Okay.
Okay, you felt that, right? So now watch this, Michelle, from here. And when you go like that, there is that extra power and energy that goes behind the punch. If I add that noise, it gives me more power.
Everybody here has an amazing key up. Yell. I sound like a chihuahua.
Michelle,
Yes, sir.
I want your key up to be strong, because that's your internal power. Get angry.
Okay.
Get really angry.
Okay.
Okay? Fighting stance, roll, and you're gonna come up and fight me. Scare me with your scream.
Yes, sir.
Go. That's what I want. Everything you learned today, you have to be able to perform it Friday,
Of this week.
this week,
How long do most people spend in white belt before they go to yellow?
3 months.
Okay. So I have 4 days.
You have 4 days. You have Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday to make this perfect. And then Friday, we go for your first test.
Operation Black Belt.
So in Taekwondo, belt colors are used to show a student's progression. White belt represents a blank slate, all the way to black belt, representing expertise. In Master Reed's school, there are 13 belts, and each belt is earned through a belt test. So in order for me to attempt a black belt by day 90, I'm gonna have to take a belt test almost every single week, which brings us to Operation Black Belt. However, we have already made our first schedule change.
What do you think of us double testing next Friday instead of tomorrow? Yellow and purple at the same time.
How does that work?
You have to do the white to yellow belt test. Make sure you pass that first, and then we go to yellow to purple belt test.
Great. So we're gonna group the yellow and purple belt tests on day 10. We're gonna group orange and blue on day 20. Now, if we make it to the black belt test, I'm going to have to do things like sparring 3 black belts at once. And breaking a brick with my bare hand. But before we get anywhere near the black belt test, right now, I have only 7 days to learn everything I need to know for my yellow and purple belt tests.
With your horse stance.
What?
The reason why I have it here is because the closest distance between 2 points is a straight line. So when I punch, I'm going straight to the target. My name is Peter Icangelo. I'm a 4th degree black belt, and I've been studying with Master Reed for 41 years. I took this as kind of a challenge for myself as a teacher. My first thought is like, I don't know. I don't know if this could be done. I don't know if it should be done. Is there a way of doing it right? And paro. Paro means come back to ready stance in Korean.
Putto. I want to be really clear that none of us have any idea if this is even possible, but in order to try my best, I'm going to be training Taekwondo 6 days a week, learning kicks, punches, self-defense techniques, and even learning some Korean.
What's the name of this form?
Kia Young Ilbu?
Kicha Hyang
Kicha Young
Ilbu.
Ilbu.
Good. That means basic form #1 in Korean.
One aspect of Taekwondo I've been most excited to learn are forms. If you've ever seen martial arts movies or competitions where people are doing choreographed moves in perfect unison, those are forms. Historically, Taekwondo forms were used to keep martial arts techniques alive and passed down through generations. But they're also a way to teach students focus, precision, and discipline.
And so this is the form I need to perfect by next Friday for the purple belt test.
Yes,
Right after I take the yellow belt test.
correct. And this is all about memorization of 20 steps.
20.
20.
Okay, sir.
Most forms are anywhere from 20 to 30 steps, with each step being inspired by a fight technique, like a punch or a block, almost as if you're fighting an imaginary opponent, but with perfect rhythm and grace.
What I don't want you to do, step and block at the same time, because it's not going to have a snap. It's not going to have a power. Done, snap. Done, snap. Okay, snap is what makes that look good, Michelle. So if this was a testing, Michelle, you would have lost 2 half a points. So 1 point mistake is passing grade. But I would like you to try to pass without making any mistakes.
All right.
Today, here we are, ready to double test.
Yes, sir.
You worked hard for this. Relax, don't get too nervous, and do your best. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Let's do this.
I am so nervous just being in this room, seeing Master Ree and Kane with the black belts on, clipboard in hand, ready to judge me.
What makes testing so intimidating is because I make it that way. When my student comes to test, first thing she'll see is all the black belts sitting on a panel. And I make it as intimidating as possible so that they could overcome their fear of testing. Come on. Face me. Come on. Here we go. White to yellow belt testing. Horse stance. Single punch. 1, 2, double punch. 1, 2, high, middle, low punch. 1, 2, outside block. 1, 2, relax. Right leg back fighting stance. Front leg roundhouse kick. 1, 2, front leg side kick. 1, 2, student creed.
To build true confidence through knowledge in the mind, honesty in the heart, and strength in the body. To keep friendship with one another, and to build a strong and happy community.
Go!
Never fight to achieve selfish ends, but to develop might for right, sir.
From white to yellow belt testing, you did everything excellent, no mistakes. I'm gonna pass you to a yellow belt today. Michelle, congratulations. You're officially a yellow belt now.
Thank you, sir.
Good.
Sir, may I celebrate?
Yes, of course. Of course. Go ahead and put it on. Get ready for your next testing.
Yes, let's go. Let's go. Respectfully, let's go.
I'm so excited to have passed the yellow belt test. I'm getting ready to go for my purple belt test, and all of a sudden, Master Ree's next surprise walks through the door. It's none other than Mr. Philip Ree, his brother, world-renowned martial artist, and the star of Best of the Best. There is this incredible photo on the cover of Black Belt magazine that shows Master Ree and his brother Philip. They truly are a master duo and the epitome of Taekwondo.
Oh, now you're in trouble. My brother's gonna watch your purple belt testing. So, Philip, that's my newest student, Michelle.
Hello, Michelle.
Hello.
I told her, you sure you want to take it from me because I don't give my belt away? And she accepted the challenge. This is a challenge for myself too. It's a very interesting challenge. And if she looks good, I look good. She doesn't look good, I don't look good. So that's why I accepted her challenge too. We'll see how far she could go.
Fantastic. Can I ask you a question?
Yes, sir.
Why do you want to do this?
I personally think that I have a lot to learn from martial arts. I've been very curious about the dedication it requires to do something like this, and I feel like there's a lot that I don't even know that I'm excited to learn from people like Master Ree and Kane. So to me, I'm excited to discover what I don't know yet.
Right. Okay.
Are you ready?
Yes, sir.
Yellow to purple belt testing. Right leg belt fighting stance. Jab. 1, 2, 3. Reverse punch to solo plex. 1. Reverse punch to solo plex. 1, 2, 3. Last half a point on your reverse punch.
Yes, sir.
Right leg back, fighting stance. Stepping forward, front stance, high block. 1. Front stance, please.
Sorry, sir.
1. You lost another half a point. I
Walk
asked for front stance, you gave me a walking stance.
Yes, sir.
You didn't listen correctly. Basic form number 1, please.
Gi, Cho, Young, Ilbu, sir.
Begin when you're ready. And Pado. Excellent.
Good job.
Thank you, sir.
So this concludes your yellow to purple belt testing. You lost 2 half a points with -1.
Yes, sir.
It's a passing grade, but I wanted you to get perfect score today. For your next testing, try to get a perfect score on that one, okay?
Yes, sir.
You're doing really well. You have a lot of good energy, but I want you to work effortless. Effortless. And the higher ranks, you have to be effortless.
Yes, sir.
Michelle, come forward, please. -1, passing grade. So I'm gonna pass you to a purple belt today. Congratulations.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome. Go put that on.
Good job.
Thank you. Yay.
She did good.
No.
9 lessons.
In a short time,
Yeah, that's really good.
she has a good focus.
Yeah.
Wait, purple is such a slang.
All right, I got past the purple.
8, 2 more. 1, 2, 3, 9.
Today is the day I break a board. And I am so excited about this because I feel like it is a big milestone in any martial artist journey.
In martial arts, breaking is often used to showcase the power and effectiveness of a strike. Similar to a cutting demonstration to test the sharpness of a blade, but over time, the art of breaking has also become an allegory for overcoming barriers, both physical and mental.
This is really big.
It is. It is.
Like, this is not what you see on Instagram.
It is not what you see on Instagram.
I'm gonna be attempting another double test this week, going for both orange belt and blue belt in one day. But to pass blue belt, you have to break a board.
We practice with the plastic one. These ones we can reuse and reuse and reuse over and over again.
So it's
The-
like a training wheel for
Yeah,
the real.
exactly. It's a training wheel for the real thing. You're gonna want to get into a back stance, and then you're gonna do a fist. So we're gonna have a fist up here, right? Yeah. And then from here, I use my hip, my shoulders, everything's gonna pivot down. And I'm not just stopping at the board. You wanna go all the way through. Yep. And notice even my shoulder, everything's kind of going through that. By breaking a board, you're learning whether your punch or your kick is effective. So you have to hit it with precision. If you put your whole body weight, speed, strength, and precision, the board has no other choice but to break. When you're ready, ask me permission to break.
Okay. Permission to break, sir.
Do it.
Oh no! Oh,
Yep.
I missed.
Yep.
Oh,
Rest for a moment.
oh.
So you were very forward like this,
Okay.
right? You want to aim this right here. There's a straight line driving it all the way through to the ground,
Okay.
right? Feel confident? Let's try it.
Permission to break, sir.
Do it. Nice. Woo. How'd it feel?
Oh,
Hands getting sore?
yeah.
You ready? You want to try the real thing? How's your hand doing though?
You know what? I need to push myself because this is probably the only time I'll get to break real wood before the test.
Okay.
So I'd like to try it, yes.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Will there be splinters or anything?
There might be. Okay.
I can do this.
Yes.
I can do this.
Okay.
Permission to break, sir.
Do it. Nice. You got it?
48
that
hours
works.
until the next two tests. I mean, if I'm totally honest with you, when I posted about the challenge, specific people who were black belts who were saying, oh, well, at my school, it takes 10 years to get a black belt. Like, this is impossible. Is it okay that I'm wearing a purple belt and going through the tests in the pace that I am?
Good luck to you today, Michelle. You're testing for purple to orange right now. Right leg belt fighting stance.
Your kicking and your punches and everything else, it looks up to the level that you're at. If I wasn't wearing any belt and you saw me kicking and moving, would I look like a black belt? It's a challenge for you, but it's also kind of a challenge for us. We're testing to see how good a teacher we are. If you were not the exception to the rule and we didn't think you were, we wouldn't have even taken on this challenge. Will it look like a blue belt, though, in a couple of days? I don't know.
Okay, here we go. Orange to blue. Michelle, right leg belt fighting stance. Go!
I am dripping sweat and I'm about to launch right into the blue belt test. There are new kicks.
I still see a little bit of a hesitation on your back kicks.
There's a totally different form with a different style altogether. But the most difficult part about this test is you can go through the entire thing, and if I don't break the board, I have to redo the entire test.
Permission to break, sir.
Permission granted. Well done. Good job.
Thank you.
Pass to a blue belt. Congratulations.
Thank you, sir.
We do the test, and then immediately start training for the next one. I'm now training for blue stripe.
I posted on Instagram my hardest working new student. Somebody wrote 90 days, black belt. Come on.
Of course.
To be honest, I said the same thing. Like,
Yeah.
Really? But I didn't know what kind of person she was before. 10 push-ups.
Yes, sir.
I don't want to see that kind of front kick. Gotta fix that habit.
Yeah.
In order to get my blue belt, I had to break a board with my fist. However, to get the next belt, which is blue stripe, I have to break a board with my foot, doing a sliding side kick.
Good luck to you. This is your first advanced testing. And go! Go!
Tagak Ichung, sir.
Breaking next. Sliding side kick. I'm gonna pass to a blue stripe today.
Yay.
She had 4 weeks of experience. It was better than me when I had 4 weeks of experience.
Today's a big day. I am training for my next test, which is the green belt. Tagak Samjang, sir.
There's just so much information to memorize that I feel like my brain is exploding. Like it feels like I'm cramming for a science test right now.
It's only a green belt test.
I know, sir.
Wait till you get to the red belt test.
Yes, sir.
And then black belt test. I didn't say puddle. 10 push-ups.
So after this test, I still need to remember all these forms.
You better.
Yes, sir.
If you want to test for black belt.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Oh.
And
Chapter
25
3.
jumping jacks.
Let's go in here.
Got that blood pumping.
I'm sorry.
Where did she go all of a sudden?
This has not happened to me since like literally middle school. But as I was warming up, my period started. So I ruined my dobuk. Thank you, Mastery. That has not happened to me before.
Hey, it's life.
Didn't you say we'd have to have blood, sweat, and tears to get to the black belt? Hey, we did it.
Name, advanced form number 1.
Tagak Samjang, sir.
Number 1.
Oh no.
Remember I told you when you test for a green, you gotta do number
to
1,
memorize
number 2,
all.
number 3.
This is my fault. Okay, the first one was for
Advanced form number
purple
1.
belt.
Advanced form number 1. Orange to blue.
Okay,
1 point off.
this is going to happen.
2 points off. 1 more you flunk. Wrong leg. If this was a test you failed, that's a 3 mistakes right there. Number 1 again. 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 Mistake. Number 6. Go! One mistake on that. Okay, so that was a mistake there. That's a full point off. Lack of concentration, that's a half a point. Making a lot of mistakes today, Michelle. Michelle, I'm not gonna have you do sparring and breaking today because you already failed this test. -3 is a failing status. Today you got -5.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Study it. I've taught many, many students, and there are people who blame their failure on something else or somebody else. It's never their fault. But Michelle didn't do that. That's when I knew she didn't take this challenge lightly.
Just hate wasting people's time. And I'm not gonna do that again.
I'm gonna be honest that the biggest failure of this green belt test was wasting everybody's time. I was taught all of this material, but I did not do everything within my power to fully memorize and own this material. Bad. What I am realizing is that in order to move forward and truly progress, I'm gonna have to be putting in considerable hours outside of the gym. From now on, I'm gonna be showing up 30 minutes early to every lesson. I'm gonna be practicing my forms in the parking lot. I'm gonna have to be treating this like the freaking AP Calculus exam. Okay, guys? I'm also gonna be going a little bit crazy here because look at this book. So what I've actually done is I've set an alarm on my phone that goes off 15 times a day at random times. This is how crazy I am. And whenever one of these alarms goes off, I'm gonna stand up and do a practice test with all of this material. Next thing, I booked the location today for the final black belt test. This is the Korean friendship belt. Whatever I am at on day 90, I will be testing here. I realize that sparring is probably my weakest area right now, and it's a big part of the green belt test.
In boxing, you get a point from jab, but in martial arts, we don't score points on jab.
Are you serious? Oh my god.
But if you do a back fist, so that's equivalent to martial arts jab, right?
Okay.
So you do a back fist like, boom, to the face like that, then you could score a point.
So because I'm insane, I called an Olympian, and tomorrow they are getting on a plane to come here to kick my ass. She's like a foot taller than me.
Hi, I'm Anastasia Zoltic, and I'm the Tokyo 2021 Olympic gold medalist, and I'm ready to kick it with Michelle.
The first American to win gold in women's taekwondo at the Olympics.
18-year-old Anastasia Zolotic becoming the first American woman to win gold in the sport.
I am so nervous about this. Hopefully today I can learn from Anna some ways that I can be more effective and actually land a few shots.
I'm about to spar an Olympian.
This would be so humbling if I get kicked in the face.
If I can reach.
Yeah, fighting sense.
Ah.
Go.
Oh my god. Oh.
Point Anna. Point Anna.
I thought that the experience that I had in boxing would be a huge asset to Taekwondo. Sparring feels completely different when you incorporate that the entire lower half of the body is now a weapon and fair game. I find myself almost forgetting that I'm sparring Taekwondo and I'll focus on hands only and then get kicked in the head by my opponent.
And time. Good. Chill up. Nah. All right. How do you feel, Michelle, to that?
That was crazy. Wow. Okay, what do I do different? That was really bad, right?
Basically, what I saw happening is you were fighting her fight. You were just waiting for her to make a move.
My biggest thing, because you seem like you're being very defensive.
Okay.
We have this thing called a cancel.
Cancel?
Yeah, it's a lifesaver for defensive fighters. I use it 95% of the time when I'm being attacked. It's like if you were to come at me with a kick,
Oh my god.
it's almost like a knee block. Almost like you're being rude. Like, just move it. Like, it means absolutely nothing.
It's a version of a hook kick,
Yeah.
but it's a defensive hook kick and rather than an offensive one.
Oh, sorry.
I have to apologize. It's for Taekwondo. Like I said, it's an expression. The way you fight is different from anybody else. To get your black belt, you have to understand stuff like that. And I think that's what makes a difference between somebody who walks off the street and just wants to get a black belt and somebody who's trying to understand and learn. It's like you pick up on things like that. It shows that you're progressing in the sport rather than just doing it to do it.
Thank you.
When I first heard she was trying to get a black belt in 90 days, my first thought was, how are you gonna do this? But I think hearing about the stuff she was doing, the hours she put in, she's learning, she's applying it all. She's trying to understand the sport and learn more about it rather than just doing it for a YouTube video. And I think that's where my respect came in. Oh, see, there you go.
Sparring doesn't ever feel natural to me, and the last time that I boxed, I broke my nose. The ending of that last episode, was really positive, like, woo, I won the fight, everything's great. But the reality was, after we finished filming that, it was a 4-month recovery process for me. I had black eyes for 6 weeks, and I really struggled with that. And it was kind of a situation where I was like thinking about the implications of challenge accepted. So I really liked today because I felt like I was able to re-meet that fear.
I love Taekwondo because I feel like it's a way of me expressing myself in a way. It's my therapy. And I feel like that's why I succeeded so much. It's because I've taken all of my hurt and my pain and I used it as motivation to get to where I wanted to be.
Man, I know that feeling.
Anna really opened my eyes to a more dynamic interpretation of Taekwondo than I could have ever imagined. And I really think Anna's approach of balance is what has made her so successful on the world stage in some of the most stressful circumstances.
What is yin and yang?
The moon is yin, the sun is yang. Night is yin, day is yang. Ultimately, one seeks to find a perfect balance of these two things.
Learn how to use your energy better. Being a good, balanced person, that's what martial artist is all about.
There is this concept of yin and yang. Yin being the flow, the softness, the expression, while yang is the rigid and disciplined approach. And from the outside looking in, I would have imagined that Anna's approach would be one very focused on yang. But what I was surprised to find out was that her approach is surprisingly one that is focused on yin. My initial approach to this challenge, which worked for the first couple belt tests, is of yang. Just muscle through everything that I do. Failing the green belt test made me realize that that strategy was simply not gonna cut it.
Michelle, your retesting begins right now.
I was really forced to look inward and question how much attention I had not been paying to the yin part of this challenge.
Touch gloves, 1 minute, begin when you're ready.
Yin happens outside of the gym. Yin is sitting down quietly in a dead silent room and not watching Netflix, but reviewing my notes. It is closing my eyes for 30 minutes and just imagining myself doing the techniques properly.
Go! Go!
It's walking through all of my forms at half pace to make sure I have every single movement really within my bones.
Tagak Samjang, sir!
Go!
Yin is also knowing the material so well that it just flows through you effortlessly.
I am going to pass you to a green belt today. Congratulations.
Thank you, sir.
That was a great match.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome. You earned it.
I passed!
Oh, yes.
I passed the test. I'm so excited. Like, I didn't freeze on anything. Like,
I feel like I blinked and you were a white belt, and then now I'm blinking you're a green belt.
So what does the next test entail? Like,
It's not a big laundry list until you're testing to red belt level, but for this particular one, it's more advanced material. So it's less material-wise, but it's more advanced material. Your cardio is gonna be really, really tested on this testing especially. I failed myself.
you failed the black belt test?
Yeah.
When you failed the test the first time, what changed for you between the first test and when you passed?
I felt like I disappointed everybody. And then after that, it was more determination. I'm gonna nail it even better the next time. I'm gonna make no mistakes. I think it will make you a better martial artist.
Yeah.
If you win all the time, you never learn,
Yeah.
right? But you have to fail sometimes to learn.
I'm gonna have you sit down and close your eyes, and you're gonna just meditate, go over all your testing materials. Inhale slowly through your nose, deep. Exhale slowly through your mouth. Name, advanced form number 4.
Tagak, Sejong, sir.
Begin when you're ready.
Focus right. Double chop left back stance. Spear hand, right hand, front stance. Focus left hand, double chop, back stance. Spear hand, left leg, front stance. Double chop.
Nope.
Front stance.
Wrong.
Open hand, high block, chop.
How much of this is a trophy? Because people do martial arts for many different reasons, and all the reasons are right, by the way. But I'm just curious to know for you, if you don't receive the black belt, how does that affect you in your life?
If I don't deserve the black belt, then I don't deserve it. I would rather wear a white belt the entire time and just have the opportunity to train with mastery.
Tagak, Ojung, sir.
When you're ready.
Something I haven't even told Master Ree yet is that a few years ago I got an email. It was a father. He wanted to put his daughter in a dance class, but she really wanted to do a martial art. And after watching the channel, he felt inspired to put her in martial arts. The ability to feel like a hero, I think, is something that a lot of people don't get to experience. And martial arts, in my opinion, offers a journey into achieving that feeling of confidence and spirit.
Something I was surprised to learn is that 45% of girls quit sports by age 14. And that's why I'm really grateful for this episode's sponsor, Dove, whose mission is supporting women in sports by nurturing self-confidence. As someone who typically has dry skin, when I'm sweating this much during a belt test, it's super important for me to keep it hydrated. Dove Body Wash is the #1 dermatologist recommended body wash. It's mild, pH balanced, and is made with plant-based moisturizers.
Hold on. So that was for green to green stripe. This is for double stripe. So make it a little bit faster, stronger.
Yes, sir.
It's also PETA certified, cruelty-free, and made in 100% recycled plastic bottles. My personal favorite is the cucumber and green tea, which cools and refreshes my skin.
Put on your sparring gear.
That's really hard.
I've also been using the new Dove Advanced Care Dry Spray and Caring Coconut before and after training.
Hit it. Fighting stand.
It's got 72-hour protection with Pro-Ceramide technology to help strengthen the skin's natural barrier. And it goes on clear.
And time.
So thank you again to Dove for being aligned in the mission to support women in sports, for sponsoring this episode, and for making this journey possible.
I will pass you to a green double stripes today.
Thank you, sir.
You worked so hard for this simple piece of tape, but there's a lot of meaning behind that.
Thank you, Master.
You did good today.
Thank you.
Yin and yang.
There you go.
Split.
6.
Oh, nice, Michelle.
At this point in my education, Master Ree has suggested that I join in on his group classes. Initially, I was quite nervous because before I started this challenge, I had gone to a few martial arts classes by myself and ultimately didn't continue because I found those classes very intimidating and intense.
How long have y'all trained with him?
I think this is my 12th year.
12 years?
I'm excited to watch it.
Thank you. Yeah.
Black up.
That's good.
Watching the black belts perform their forms together is so inspiring. I'm just watching each of their moves and the way that they breathe and perform.
Oh my God.
And hit each mark perfectly in tandem together.
Not bad, but the timing wasn't quite there. 5 push-ups, let's go.
Honestly, it's just exciting to be in a group class because it inspires me to be better.
Michelle,
Sir.
stay
Sir.
together. And go.
A lot of martial arts and forms are meant to be performed in a group.
Take a step, Michelle. Now she has to make sure her timing is perfectly with the group. It should move you. You look at it and you just like, wow, that's amazing. That's why I emphasize so many forms. Ta-da! Michelle, 5 push-ups. Mistake. So you're not used to having people next to you?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Typically in all of my challenges, and up until this point, I attack my challenges by myself. But being a part of this group class makes me feel like I'm a part of something larger than myself. And I'm getting to work on material alongside students who are having the same struggles that I am. It's really cool to get to meet all of the red belts who are at that stage just above me. Red belt is where it gets very serious. And Alexia and Dariel are totally badass. How long have you been training with Mastery?
I've been training with Mastery for maybe like 2 to 3 years now.
Wow.
I do stunts as well. So
Okay. Yeah, your kicks are so pretty.
Thank you.
It was also really interesting to watch a white belt learn material.
Give me a loud kill, Aiden, okay? So, 1, 2.
And also see how far I've come since day 1 of this challenge. It was like having the ghosts of Taekwondo past, present, and future there.
It was nice to meet you. You look so good. Are you testing for a double stripe soon?
I am. June 11th, I'm going for my double stripe.
Are you gonna come back and test?
Why not?
Yeah, I'll come.
Do it in a group setting.
I actually feel better around other people because I feel like I'm not alone suffering and scared by myself.
As long as you know your material really, really good, you should be fine.
We should all test.
Yes.
Let's all test.
I now have a new mission to hopefully pass the red belt test in time so I can test for red single stripe alongside them. I felt so excited because Alexia and Dariel came today to support me at the red belt test.
Do you have any advice for me? Yes, of course. Take your time, breathe, and be loud. Good luck.
When we spar you, no hard feelings, okay?
Yes,
Okay, Michelle, are you ready for your red belt test today?
Yes, sir. Red is a big milestone because it's the beginning of advanced material. And this time, Mastery pulls out all the stops. He invites his most accomplished and decorated friends.
Today you will be tested in front of Master Fariboris.
Sensei Fariboris, the founder of Team Karate Centers and a multi-decade martial artist.
Mr. Sensei Benny Urquidez.
And Benny Urquidez, also known as Benny the Jet. An undefeated, world-renowned kickboxer and memorable opponent to Jackie Chan. Benny has been in some of the most insane and iconic fight scenes from your favorite movies.
And connect. Good luck to you, Michelle.
Thank you, sir.
Michelle, right leg belt fighting strength. Advanced technique number 4. Go! Number 5. Go! Number 6. Go! Taking half a point off on your kicking. Number 4, I asked you to fix that back kick. Still a little bit crooked.
Sir.
I've seen you kick better, Michelle. Stay focused. Cane up. 1 step 2 punching defense. Go! Behind wrist grab.
For this test, I have to design my very own self-defense technique, using the skills I've learned up until this point. The panel will then judge me on practicality and performance.
Begin when you're ready.
Opponent is coming at me with a right hand hook. I defend by taking a back stance, left hand, knife hand block. He comes with a left hand hook. I defend with a right hand, knife hand block. Counterattacking with an underpunch. As they're falling, they grab my neck, I grab theirs, knee them in the groin, put my foot on their hip for a monkey roll, bring them to the ground, punch, punch. As they're reaching up, I grab their arm, swing around, finish them off with an armbar, sir.
Cane attack, please. Begin. Put on your sparring gear. Ladies, put on your sparring gear, please.
It's really intimidating to spar Alexia and Darielle, they have both achieved something that I am hoping to achieve, getting a red belt. And they're far more advanced than me.
Face each other. Tarakinet. Fighting stance.
It's 2 against 1.
And begin.
For me, all this is memorized. She memorized technique, which is one thing. Knowing it is another. To own it is another. I like to see ownership. If I put her under pressure, will she be able to do it? Do it.
And time. Thank you, ladies. Have a seat. Take her equipment off. Drink some water, Michelle.
Yes, sir.
Excuse me. I want to see when she's under pressure, when she's threatened. One at a time. You go in front of her, you go behind her. You turn around, grab her. And you turn around, grab her. Give and take until I say stop. Who's?
Sensei Benny wants to see if you really know all your self-defense technique that you did.
I'm here to see your ability of your hunger. How bad do you want it? What are you willing to do? Do you own this material? It's not a given right, it's an earned right.
Yes, sir.
If I asked you to do it all over again, do you feel you can do better?
I do, sir.
This is about self-defense. Defend yourself.
And time. That was a surprise for me, too. Thank you, sir. That was great. Thank you, Black Belts, coming in.
At this point in time, I love your courage, because it takes a lot of courage to do what you're doing.
You've done a lot of things. And for me, we're human beings. We're not human doings. My wish for you is you become a black belt. And not just do it and get it, but to be able to be one.
Thank you, sir.
Okay? You are more than welcome.
How about you, ladies?
It's really inspiring to watch you on this side of the mat and hearing their words, because martial arts is very spiritual. You learn a lot about yourself through each bout and through each mental hiccup. So it's inspiring to watch. And I hope you expand yourself spiritually even to the art as well.
Thank you.
Today your score is -1 point, which is a passing grade. So I will pass you to a red belt. I congratulate you
Thank you, sir.
on your red belt.
Today was a really big test, not just in terms of volume of material, but also the people who came to support me.
You really did a good job out there. Yeah, I love your courage.
It may feel like red belt is only a few steps away from black belt, but I actually think I have a lot of work to do within red belt before I move on at all. I really, really want to push myself to the next level to make sure that I fight for and earn every step of the way.
You're almost there.
Red belt is a pretty big milestone achievement. Okay, there's the beginning advanced level, intermediate advanced level. Now, red belt is advanced level.
We're about a month out from the currently scheduled black belt test, but we're going to begin preparing for the pinnacle moment of the black belt test, which is breaking a brick.
These are your standard 3-inch red bricks that you'd find at your local hardware store. And if I make even the slightest mistake, the strike can actually result in me breaking my hand. So, to avoid injury, I have to start strengthening my hand on training boards before I can attempt the real thing.
What we're going to be doing is we're going to be toughening up your hand, hitting the same impact, same spot 50 times. So we're going to do 50 reps.
Breaking a brick is the last thing after performing everything else that you have to do in order to complete the black belt test. The concept of breaking a brick with this hand feels almost impossible to me right now. I think that it really represents the marriage of the physical, mental, and spiritual coming together to face something that feels like it should be humanly impossible to do.
It's kind of a rite of passage, rite of courage. When I tested for my 3rd degree, I had to break 3 bricks. Then flash forward about a year and a half ago, I tested for my 4th degree black belt and I had to break 4 bricks.
It takes a strong will and strong mind to be able to go through the brick. You have to overcome that fear.
Now, I'm no expert in physics, but I do know that force equals mass times acceleration. And as a relatively tiny human woman, I have very little mass, meaning speed will be absolutely crucial for me to generate the force needed to break the brick.
When I'm watching you, you're kind of going, instead of all together, yeah, putting your weight behind it. So you see how you kind of stopped in the middle there a little bit? Okay, you okay?
Yeah.
Did it slap you a little bit?
It's just hard. Mr. Peter, it is not lost on me that we have, I think, 3 weeks until the black belt test on day 90 of this challenge. I have to learn all of the black belt material whilst training for the double stripe test. So I'm actually going to be learning material a belt ahead.
Yes.
For the final black belt challenge, Michelle will have to do 9 advanced forms. You're up to number 7 now.
Tiger children, sir.
There's definitely art behind your forms because when people see it, they feel it. Good. So I'm really happy about that.
Thank you, sir.
And this is one of my favorite forms, so
Yes.
make it pretty.
Yes, sir.
Hold on. Are you guys ready, red belts?
Sir.
Okay, shut up. She would have to do 8 advanced techniques. Go!
You'll have your red belt kicks, so red to red stripe kicks, shuffle axe, jumping axe, spinning axe, jump spinning axe, spinning around, jump spinning around. So those are your red belt kicks.
And then after that, she has to read her essay. Darielle! The theme of essays, meaning of a first-degree black belt. Alexia, I want to know what kind of person she is, what she learned during this time that we've been training.
I do have a question for Michelle.
Yes, ma'am.
It took me 8 years to get my black belt, first degree. My journey is different from yours, and I applaud your journey. But I'm wondering if you think you'll be missing at anything because of your short training time.
Something that's been really special to me is coming to these group classes and seeing that community element. And it's something that really elevated things for me. I'm doing my best to embrace every moment as I can, but I don't think it can make up for 8 years of Saturday classes and the bonds that you build with one another here.
Just to reiterate that we're all on our own journey, and I hope you can kind of fall in love with the martial arts and continue with it.
Thank you, ma'am.
Michelle,
Sir.
what can I say? No mistakes today on your testing. Very good test. Congratulations. Put on a
Thank you,
stripe on
sir.
it.
Spinning heel, it's going to be probably a little tricky, but we'll work on it. Then after you have all of that, we have your sparring,
Sparring gear on. Tekla, sparring gear on, please.
which you're going to do 1-on-1, 2-on-1, 3-on-1. My rule of thumb, prepare for the worst, hope for the best.
Begin.
Today is day 83, my red double stripe test. And as a part of this test, I have to spar Tekla,
Nice side kick, Tekla.
who is a multi-time world champion martial artist. If I don't pass this test,
30 seconds.
it means I will not have the opportunity to test for a black belt before day 90.
10 seconds.
Come on. Instead, on day 90, I'll have to retake the red double stripe test.
Good. And time. Ooh, Tekla didn't hold back.
I think that was good. Obviously, it's Tekla. But I'm still standing. That's a win for me.
Today's your result is -1 passing score.
Thank you, sir.
We pass you to a red double stripe today. And then after that, she would have to do 5 punching defenses, 2 kick defenses.
Then, after all that, 2 bear hug, 3 two-man punching, And then you have 5 knife defense.
How long does this test take?
It takes a while.
It's just like an hour.
Yeah, easily.
And then after that, she would have to do all the combination techniques that she learned from blue belt, green belt, red belt, and a black belt. Is all the things that she learned, she's gonna express herself with the black belt combination across the mat.
Cartwheel, rolling, you can do whatever you want, kind of creatively. This is a combination that should make you look your best.
Trained for 2.5 hours today, and we still haven't even gone over all the material in the black belt test.
And then after that, 3-station board breaking.
Nice.
And after that, finally, she has to break a brick with her hand. I felt your nervousness on our last lesson. You were already worried about the black belt testing.
Yes, sir.
And you know how hard that testing is going to be. Your mind and body has to be ready to be a black belt. When you came to me and said that you wanted to test for a black belt in 3 months, I was like, no, go find somebody else. But now we are actually here. There's one more hurdle that you have to go over. You have been a very special person to me because you're so dedicated. I've taught Taekwondo for over 45, 50 years now, and you're like one of the most dedicated students that I've ever met.
Permission to break, sir.
Do it.
Permission to break, sir.
Do it.
I just hope that you prepare your mind and body.
Permission to break, sir.
Do it.
You have a big battle in front of you. Don't get negative. Don't get scared. Because if you do, you already lost the battle.
Permission to break, sir.
Let's do it. Michelle, your black belt testing begins now.
Sir!
Right leg belt fighting stance.
Sir!
Advanced technique 1 through 8. Begin when you're ready.
Yeah! 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 Yeah!
Kane, get ready. Punching defenses. Ready? 1.
Yeah!
2.
Yeah!
Bear hug defenses.
Yeah! Yeah!
Dekla up. Ready. Go.
Fire!
Number 2.
Yeah!
Number 3.
Yeah!
Get your 3-station braking ready.
Permission to break, sir.
Permission granted. She's gonna get 3 tries. If she doesn't break it, she does not pass her test today.
Yes.
Get ready for your forms.
Choreo, sir!
Begin when you're ready. I want to know what's inside your heart. After all this training, what have you learned inside, not outside?
Thank you, sir.
Get your essay ready.
Wow. I'm just blown away with everything, of course, with the guidance of what you guys did.
Yeah.
She's
been on non-stop.
Yeah.
Michelle, your essay, please.
Sir.
Want
A few years ago, I received an email from a father who shared how our YouTube channel had inspired him to enroll his daughter in martial arts classes. This message initially took me by surprise because I was not a martial artist even myself. It was something I had always wanted to do, but even I had not felt fully comfortable to try it myself. I've always admired Taekwondo, viewing it as a superpower, yet something too far out of reach for myself to achieve. But this email from a loving father about his kick-ass daughter inspired me to finally go for it myself. I approached this challenge the same as I do for any of my other challenges. I fully commit. I set deadlines. It gave me an immediate sense of focus.
Abby in, Erica in. Tekla, let's go.
This is the state where I personally believe I excel.
Face each other. Annette, fighting stance. Begin.
I take on a challenge. I muscle my way through.
Time!
And this boundless energy and passion carried me soaring quickly through the first few belt tests.
Kicking review. Green.
Hiya!
Red.
Hiya!
Black.
Along the way, my burning desire to earn the belts themselves began to stand in the way. Mr. Phillip would famously say I needed to be effortless. Mr. Benny said my movements were too robotic and memorized. Mr. Peter would urge me to find the expression in the art form. And Master Ree would remind me that I'm performing an art. And that's when it started to hit me.
Face flags, tonight!
At the beginning and end of each lesson, we bow to the Korean flag. At the center of this flag sits the symbol of and Yang, widely known as yin and yang in Chinese. It represents the balance of life, the cycle, the push and pull, and in Taekwondo, the balance of aggression and peace. My initial approach to this challenge, and honestly every challenge I take on, has always been one of yang. I take on a challenge. I muscle my way through.
Let's go, hurry up. Keep pushing. Almost there, baby.
I run into the burning building. I brace for the pepper spray. I break my nose in a boxing ring in front of 15,000 people. Embracing the yang has always been my superpower. On day 65, upon earning my red belt, Mrs. Cindy asked me what I thought I may have been missing by speed running this journey in only 90 days. Taekwondo, sir!
Go!
It's been made clear I've been missing out on the yin, the flow, the peace, and the joy. I was missing an opportunity to express myself, to help teach other students, to laugh with other students. I was missing the art in martial arts. Just last week, I received a follow-up message from the father of the young girl who inspired me to take this challenge on. This July, the young girl achieved her black belt at just 10 years old. She doesn't even realize that she has inspired the continued cycle of yin and yang. And I hope that in doing this challenge, I can inspire someone else to go after their dreams as well, to continue this cycle. As I've heard many times before, the earning of a black belt merely marks the beginning of one's journey. And whether or not I earn my black belt today or years from now, I stand here on day 90 with boundless excitement to truly begin mine. This moment, right now, is just the beginning.
It's the last thing of the test.
The only thing standing between you and your black belt.
You're so amazing that you broke 2, Miss Cindy. 2 bricks.
You can do it too. Your hand is like steel rod.
Okay. I need all the Miss Cindy energy I can get. Mr. Peter, sir, I'm most nervous about this part because we didn't ever succeed at it.
I know. You gotta put all your energy into it.
Okay.
You know what it feels like to hit something hard?
Yes, sir.
Doesn't hurt. You just gotta put full body weight behind it.
Michelle, this is the last thing that's in your way, okay? You gotta really go for it this time, okay?
Yes, sir.
A lot of my students break their hand doing this.
Permission to break, sir.
Permission granted. Get angry.
Permission to break.
Do it. Yes.
Permission?
Black belts, want to have a little meeting. Jim, Mr. Firebars. What do you think, Mr. Firebars?
To stop her because of one thing she didn't do versus all the stuff she did. She showed up and she's on it and she went on and on. I couldn't do that with uniforms. To me, she got her black belt today. Doesn't matter if it's from you or typically or put it on or not.
Philip?
I think she needs time and then have her come back.
Graciela?
In my school, if you quit, you fail. She never quit. I have to side with Sensei Firebars. She did incredibly well, and I wouldn't penalize her for the one. Again, same thing, it's your way of testing, but I wouldn't penalize her for that.
Cindy, what do you think?
So I think today we give her a provisional black belt. It's the black belt that we give when someone hasn't broken.
Peter, what do you think?
She's not ready for that brick. She was not. We just didn't have enough time to give her to break it. So taking all the feelings, everything else out of it, she was just not physically ready for it. I think in a couple weeks, I think she would feel better knowing her that not getting a black belt today and coming back stronger and breaking either a brick or a board, I think she'll feel better about it. I think we'll all feel better about it too.
James, what do you think?
In her heart, she's a black belt.
I agree.
You know, staying with what is required, seems like you need to stay with that.
This is my feeling. You guys all agree with that?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Okay. Michelle, all your testing materials were excellent.
Thank you, sir.
You did not make any mistakes. Everyone that's here, that you did a very, very good job on your testing. But at the same time, you did not break your brick. And all the black belts that are sitting here, they did it. So if I gave you a black belt now, it wouldn't be fair for the rest of my black belts that's sitting here.
Sir.
Your breaking technique wasn't quite right, so we have to go back and make sure that I teach how to do that better. We will try breaking again in a couple of weeks when your hands are completely healed. Okay,
Yes,
Michelle?
sir. Thank you, sir.
Up.
And face flag, turn 견내. Face mastery, 견내. Face us, 견내.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
When I started this challenge, I was so focused on earning the physical belts themselves, I was missing out on the deeper significance of the journey each belt represents. Master Yi helped me see that true excellence isn't defined by the belt around your waist, but by the relentless dedication to growth, learning, and perseverance. Cameron, the young girl and now black belt, reminded me that the heart of this journey lies in your inner desire to keep going. And if Cameron could keep pushing for her black belt, then so can I.
Thank you, Kenny, for inspiring me. To keep trying.
I didn't get my black belt on day 90 or on day 112, and I still might not by day 200. But that's okay, because you can always keep trying. Thank you to Dove for sponsoring this episode.
Man, that was tough. I know that you try. I know that most people that try to break the bricks are very difficult to get to that black belt, and it's actually tough to do that, to put so much pressure on it. It's so very tough to reach for that one in order to like get to that black belt. And it was tough. It's okay to fail, knowing that you gotta keep on trying. And it felt like a movie. And I ain't gonna lie though, Michelle, she's a very brave person. And, it would have happened to me. Would I keep on trying, you know, going further after further, and then, you know, and somebody else would have tried their pressure on breaking so much for that, for everything that they have for every martial artist, you know, to get angry. It's tough to get angry when, you know, breaking the bricks, and it's a lot of things. And I know I will like get disappointed myself, for my family, my friends. If I would have tried my best to reach for the black belt for tough reasons for over a month, I would try. But if I failed to reach for the black belts, it's okay to try. And I just wish I become better. Yeah, I don't want to let anybody down. If I do, I would be disappointed in myself. but it's okay to keep on trying. Fail, it's not an option. It doesn't matter. You'll always be a good martial artist. When it comes from me surviving throughout over years, and you just gotta keep on trying. Just keep trying. I know I didn't want to disappoint my families, my friends, and of course, one of the teachers that always very nice. That's always a very nice person, and you know, if I would have did that, it'd be a very good experience. But if I would have keep trying to like break the bricks, I wouldn't try if I could. 'Cause I know it's just very tough for me to try throughout over 8 years. If I would have still failed, that mean I would have been failed as a martial artist. I would have failed everybody. I would have failed my mom, my dad, my brother, my sisters, everybody. I would have failed myself. It's okay. You're still gonna be a great martial artist. Either you got the red, yellow, and green, and also white. It doesn't matter. I know it's tough to get to that black belt, and I'm still gonna try. If I ever wish I would have did that, that'd be cool. My goal would be complete if I ever become a martial artist. I hope for the best of the best. And you know what? I was gonna react to that one soon. Maybe I'll wait till I'm thinking probably like maybe on 20, maybe on, let's say on 2 weeks on Friday. I'm gonna see if it happens. So yeah, but yeah, man. Shout out to Michelle. She's very brave. It's okay. It's actually one of my favorite challenges accepted because it's a lot of reasons knowing that you know never no surrender, you know. Yeah, no, I think I remember the reference. No retreat, no surrender. Don't quit. Just keep trying for over a year, and maybe you're complete for the black belts. Hope I would do the same thing, you know. But yeah, Ugh. That that was very emotional. I know because it's actually tough to like reach up for getting that black belts. I mean, like I said, if it happens to me, then I try, try my best to break one of the bricks. It's actually a tough one, so I mean, you gotta keep trying. Failing it doesn't matter. You can still be the greatest martial artist. It doesn't matter. So, yeah. But yeah, man. I would love to do some my own martial arts journey if I ever hope so. But well, I'm gonna see what I can do to let y'all know if I make the list of it. So, yeah. But yeah, man. I think that's gonna be it for today. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, new here. Click the bell notification down below. And if y'all like to see some martial arts journey, it's gonna happen soon if I can. So, yeah. Yeah. I think that's it. But remember, it's okay to keep trying, and it's okay to be the greatest martial artist, because like he said, the heart is the black belt, so you are the black belts. It doesn't matter if you fail or not, you still are the black belt, and I just hope that'll happen sooner or later. So, but yeah, man. I'll see y'all next time. This is Tolo signing out. Bye. I hope I really wish I could become a martial artist. Be brave and all, and I really hope so. I really hope it could happen. But yeah.